Hi, my name is Chris Bain. I'm the guy who assumed somebody else registered for me, so it's my bad. Thank you to the organizers for helping me out. So what do we bring to the stage? Tammy and I are, we want to tell people that we hope that you can understand that we can make small changes with small projects. And I'm overwhelmed by the level of what we've seen here today. But even if we meet resistance, we did a thing, right? So we created something from waste, and which would have otherwise ended up in landfill. So we upcycled. Now I'm afraid of this because what? Yeah. Where are we here?
There we go.
All right. So we created a product called Citronino from waste, and our team included 3 faculty members, our associate dean, and lots and lots and lots of students. So we were funded to hire some students. We partnered with Reed's Distillery, who wholeheartedly agreed to take on this project. Essentially what we did is, in our industry, in hospitality, we're in the hospitality and culinary arts, we have a serious issue with trying to maintain levels of sustainability and environmentalism, but at the same time, we can't just throw out the baby with the bathwater. We need citrus. Citrus is a huge problem. So we sort of isolated what's one of our issues where we have a lot of waste. We saved 100 pounds of waste, it's about 45 kilograms, and we turned it into this product. So this guy, what a character. This is Calvin Reed. He is part of Reed's Distillery, which is in Toronto. Reed's Distillery, he's the master distiller, just won top gin in Canada, and they've helped us produce a silver medal award-winning spirit. 250 people have metaphorically touched this product. So what we got our students to do, whether it was one simple orange peel, you peel an orange, you put it in the bucket, it became Citronino. Our students got on board with this product, and we had our research to go along with it. And you can talk about this.
Sure. So what we did was we hosted 2 internal focus groups looking at all of our students throughout the college and wanted to get a stronger understanding of their knowledge of sustainability and its impact in their daily lives, and understand that the 100 pounds of citrus waste was converted into 210 bottles of Citronino. And when we talk about student involvement, students were involved as the focus group in terms of the research. They were involved in the distillation process, and we actually hired some students from our business school to come up with the label, the branding, the marketing as well. And so the first thing we wanted to understand is, what is the importance of sustainability in terms of our students and the decision making in their life? And we can see that over 90% feel that it's rather important on a daily basis. So then we went further and we asked them, well, what is your familiarity in terms of sustainability practices and waste management at George Brown College? And we can see here that 19% are familiar, and we recognize that this is a major gap because we as an institution can have a lot of sustainability practices that internally we're aware of, but if we're not making our students aware of those internal sustainability practices, then we're not necessarily producing graduates that go into industry and embed sustainability solutions. So we recognize this gap when we surveyed our students. So it's one thing to create a product and have our students learn sustainability through a hands-on initiative embedded within the curriculum, as opposed to it being something that's more theory-based from a textbook. And we needed to make sure that the product had some liking of flavor, and we can see here again that over 70% of our students slightly to extremely liked the flavor of the product. When we talk about sustainability, we also want to see that products can cross over and that its potential uses are not necessarily just strictly within the beverage category. And so it was interesting for us to see our students identify other potential uses of the product, so we can see sauces and dressings, flavored oils, ice creams, sorbets, condiments, etc. So it gives us an opportunity to potentially cross this over. Then we asked our students, well, what do you see in terms of the positioning of this sustainability initiative within our academic institution? And we think, we have really embedded this externally with our industry partners and with our local community. Some of our industry partners are looking at bringing it within their organizations, such as restaurants, et cetera. But the biggest one here is offering educational experiences, and for all of us within our division, from the professors to our associate dean and our deans, is really making sure that we're embedding sustainability from a practical approach within the curriculum. And so we really want to leverage this from that perspective. Next, we asked our students, how environmentally conscious do you perceive this to be? Because we went a little further in the research in terms of, if this cost more, would you purchase it? And if the students are aware of the environmentally consciousness of Citronino, we can see that a larger percentage of our students are willing to purchase. And again, over 90% perceive Citronino to be very environmentally conscious. And then we asked another question that we wanted to highlight today: what is your likeliness to support George Brown College or other academic institutions if you know that they have embedded sustainable practices? And we can see, again, an overwhelming majority of students feel that they would further support their academic institutions if they knew that they were sustainable in terms of their initiatives, which really highlights the gap between this question and question 2, where question 2 showcased that only 19% of our students are aware of our sustainable practices. So ensuring that what we're doing internally as an academic institution, that we're conveying and relaying that to our students so that as graduates, they're going in industry, and all the discussion today around a lot of the issues in waste management, in sustainability, that our students are able to be more focused in terms of being solution-oriented. Sorry, go ahead.
Don't touch it.
I'm sorry.
I'm not touching it. So ultimately, what we learn from this is that if we're going to work on a project like this, it's the unforeseeables that sort of threw me when it came to production. I think that we need to teach our students that we need to be prepared for resistance from areas that are, well, I didn't foresee anyway. And one of those areas, there were many, but one of them was freezer space. And freezer space at our school, it's like downtown Toronto real estate, right? Everybody safeguards this space. The chefs were giving me the side eye. We need to freeze this stuff. We need to keep this stuff for months, and if we don't have the freezer space, the whole project falls apart. So wheeling these carts into these freezers, the chefs would be like, that's my space, my space. But what we found out is that once we started to win awards for this, once this was out in public, once we started to kind of get this ball rolling, more students got involved. The chefs were like, here, I can make my carts from 3 into 2, here's extra space. We currently have about 150 pounds, so a lot more than what we had before, and the chefs are actually now giving us some of their space. So we can grow this project, but that resistance came early, but once we start to see success, people start getting involved. We now have more students who say, hey, I want to peel an orange and throw it in the bucket. It's a small thing, and if we can go back to our keynote speaker, the little guppies, we're all small fish. This is small fish, but it's a big, big pond. And your small fish make a big difference ultimately.
Yeah. And so just to close off, Citronino, we went into production we produced the 210 bottles in March of last year, and we are headed into production again this year. We're bringing on over 350 students for our second iteration. We're going to be bringing on a marketing team, and so fast forward, every year we'll be upcycling more waste. We'll be staying with the name Citronino, but we'll be doing different variations, lower alcohol beverage volume for the next iteration, and so we will continue to produce and upcycle our waste and incorporate that in academic institutions. Thank you.